jerk, so I can understand why. A hot jerk, but still. I told her how they have huge fights and they are basically like gangs. Well, without saying they were gangs, because I had no idea why they had this weird turf war thing going on with each other. I lived in Watson. We didn't have a gang of boys here. Just Kiba, Kennelly, and Rollins. Oh, that doesn't sound bad. It's more like you were helping her because she is living in Kiba, and if the Kennelly or Rollins boys try and date her, there will be huge fights again with the Kiba boys. Remember last year with Nina? God, that was insane, and in the end, she had to move. I felt bad for Nina Harmon. She'd seemed really nice, but the fights were so bad her parents ended up moving her away from Rollins, and she now lives down in Westport. I took another bite of my cracker. More crumbles fell to my lap. I rolled my eyes. I needed to bring a different snack with me tomorrow. Oh, and there is a new guy, Rafferty King. He has these ice blue eyes and silver hair. I have no idea if it's natural, but it's perfection. And he is like a dream guy. I have seen the girls all checking him out. He wore a lot of dark colors, and he was covered in colorful tattoos. He really did look like a model, or like he'd stepped outside of a perfect fantasy. He was super quiet, and he looked like he had already been in a fight yesterday. I had seen him. He looked like he got messed up bad. So I'm starting to feel like you're sitting in your car eating lunch instead of being inside the cafeteria with your new friend, Lexi. I looked at the steering wheel and dashboard, and then over to the passenger seat, and shook my head. I squeaked out, "No?" She could see right through my lies. My sister was yelling at me down the phone to go inside and sit with Lexi. But the thing was, Lexi was so beautiful and cool. She was going to end up sitting with Olivia George and making fun of me, so there was no point in trying to be her friend. She would work out really fast that being with me would make her incredibly unpopular and a target for assholes. Like sitting in your car to eat lunch every day of your senior year to avoid the bullies type of unpopular. Ada Stevens, get out of your car and go sit with the new girl. You're a great person, and she will see that. But she won't if you're sitting in your car. I will tell Mom and Dad to take the car from you so you can't do this anymore. You can't make friends if you don't put yourself out there. My sister had a point, but I was chicken. I just didn't want it to be awkward when I got to lunch and found Lexi sitting with the popular girls. Having them all watching me and whispering, I just couldn't take that anymore. So I did the next best thing. I avoided it all by sitting in my car. Like I did. Every day. 2. Ada. When I went to my next classes, Lexi wasn't in any of them. I tried to find her after the final bell rang to see if she wanted a lift, but she had gone already. I think she'd caught the bus here. But news spread fast in school. I was hearing that the Lovell twins, Maverick and Ranger, had taken an interest in Lexi. They were Kiba boys, so it would make sense, them wanting to fight over her too. But Maverick? I always kind of thought he was different to other guys. I'd never seen him have an interest in anyone at school. I felt a pang of jealousy in my chest. I knew I shouldn't, but she had been here one day, and all these guys were falling over themselves for her. Even the new guy, Rafferty, was staring at her like he wanted to eat her. I had seen him a few times in the hall, his ice blue eyes fixated on her. He was beautiful with those tattoos covering his arms. I was a sucker for tattoos, but I didn't even stand a chance at having him look at me the way he did Lexi. To the whole student body, I was the same girl they all knew. Nothing special. Nothing ever changed. Just predictable Ada. Boring as hell. No friends, no boyfriend. Not even one of the guys from debate club had any interest in me. I was that invisible to these people. I hated it, but then sometimes I thought it was for the better. If they didn't see you, then they didn't have anything mean to say to you. Usually. But it was pretty lonely. When I arrived home, I lugged my bag to my room, patted Fluffy Thor, our big white ragdoll cat, and stared at myself in the mirror. Maybe I need to change up my look a little. What do you think, Fluffy Thor? Then I shook my head at how sad that my only friend...